Hello students, our today's topic is structure and function of proteins. Students, we know that protein is made up of Greek word proteos, which means first. That is, proteins are a class of organic compounds which are present in every living cell in the form of skin, hair, callus, cartilage, muscles, tendons, and ligaments. Proteins hold together, protect, and provide structure to the body of a multi-celled organism. In the form of enzymes, hormones, antibodies, and globulins, they catalyze, regulate, and protect the body chemistry. In the form of hemoglobin, myoglobin, and various lipoproteins, they effect the transport of oxygen and other substances within organism. Proteins are generally regarded as beneficial and are a necessary part of the diet of all animals. Humans can become seriously ill if they don't eat enough suitable protein. The disease kwashiorkor is an extreme form of protein deficiency. Protein-based antibiotics and vaccines help to fight disease, and we warm and protect our bodies with clothing and shoes that are often made up of protein in nature. That is, for example, wool, silk, and leather are the proteins. So, the proteins are high molecular weight compounds. These are mixed polymers of alpha amino acids which are joined together with, with peptide linkage CONH. Firstly, we will know that what is alpha amino acid. The alpha amino acid is the amino group attached to the alpha carbon, and this alpha carbon is alpha to the carboxylic group. So the carbon which is alpha to the carboxylic group is known as alpha carbon atom, and the amino group is attached directly to this alpha carbon atom. So this type of amino acid is known as alpha amino acids. Generally, these amino acids are found in the Zwitter ionic nature. What is Zwitter ion? The hydrogen of carboxylic group is attached to the amino group. What is this? The amino group lone pair is given to the proton of carboxylic group, and this is get attached to the amino group and forms NH3 positive, that is alpha amino group, and this carboxyl group remains as COO negative. So oxygen gets negative charge here and nitrogen gets positive charge here. Here the alpha amino acids, this is the R, this is the alkyl group, or we can say this is the side chain. Proteins are main constituent of all living matter containing carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, and sometimes phosphorus too. A protein molecule is very large and consists of many amino acids joined together to form long polypeptide chains. There are about 20 different amino acids that occur naturally in proteins. Proteins of similar function have similar amino acid composition and sequence. So, in brief, we have studied that what is the biological importance of proteins. These are the essence of life process. Enzymes are made up of proteins. Hormones are made up of proteins. And these are the fundamental constituents of protoplasm and are involved in the structure of living cell and in its function. These are 20 common alpha amino acids which are found naturally. First one is the glycine, in which the alkyl group is in the form of hydrogen only, CH2. Okay. Then alanine, then valine, leucine, isoleucine, phenylalanine, proline, serine, threonine, tyrosine, then methionine, lysine, arginine, histidine, tryptophan, aspartic acid, glutamic acid, asparagine, and glutamine. These are the 20 different alpha amino acids which are found naturally. So, these are called natural alpha amino acid. With the exception of proline, they are all 1 degree amines. 1 degree means these are directly attached to the alpha carbon atom. And with the exception of the glycine, they are all chiral. Chiral means that carbon atom which is having 4 different groups attached to it. 4 different groups or atoms are attached to the carbon atom. That carbon atom is called as chiral carbon atom, or also called as asymmetric carbon atom. The configuration of the chiral amino acids are the same when written as a Fischer projection formula as in the drawing on the right, and this was defined as the L configuration by Fischer. Look at here, this is the L amino acid. The R substituent in this structure is the remaining structural component that varies from one amino acid to another. And in proline, R is a 3-carbon chain that joins the nitrogen to the alpha carbon in a 5-membered ring. Applying the Kahn Ingold Prelog notation, all these natural chiral amino acids, with the exception of cysteine, have an S configuration. For the first 7 compounds in the left column, and the R substituent is the hydrocarbon. The last 3 entries in the left column have hydroxyl functional groups, and the first 2 amino acid in the right column incorporate thiol and sulfide groups respectively. Lysine and arginine have basic amine functions in their side chains. Histidine and tryptophan have less basic nitrogen heterocyclic rings as substituents. Finally, carboxylic acid side chains are substituents on aspartic acid and glutamic acid. And the last 2 compounds in the right column are their corresponding amides. Look at here. Here R carboxyl group is replaced by hydrogen only. This is the most simplest and most smallest alpha amino acid. Then R is replaced by CH3 group. It is made alanine. Then R is replaced by 3 carbon atom chain CH3, CH, CH3, and this is called valine. Then R is replaced by 4 carbon atoms chain isopropyl group and isobutyl group, and this is called as leucine. Then R is replaced by 4 carbon atom 1 methyl propyl group, and then phenylalanine C6H5CH2 unit. Then proline, it is a cyclic amino acid. Then serine, threonine have CHOH CH3 functional group. And all about these amino acids, their structures are given here. Now we come to the point bonding in the proteins. In proteins, 2 types of bonds are there: strong bonds and weak bonds. Strong bonds are peptide bonds and disulfide bonds. Now we come to peptide bonds. Peptide bonds are primary structure of the protein and are made up of these bonds. This is the one amino acid. Look at here, NH2CHR1COOH. The carboxylic group gets attached with the amino group of the second amino acid, and there is the elimination of water molecule and a peptide form or the peptide linkage is formed here. CONH, this is the peptide linkage. So this is the first amino acids and this is the first amino acid. This is the second amino acid and this is the third amino acid. So there are two peptide linkages, CONH and CONH. And the end of the peptide linkage or the peptide polypeptide change, if the end of the chain is present as the amino group, then this is known as amino terminus. And if the end of the polypeptide chain is present with carboxylic group, then it is known as carboxy terminus. Then we come to disulfide bonds. Disulfide bonds are the two parallel peptide chains are formed. Disulfide bonds are formed by two parallel peptide chains which are joined by the disulfide bonds. Look at here, this is the one polypeptide chain and this is the another polypeptide chain. This is amide peptide linkage and this is also peptide linkage. Here the two CH3 methyl groups are attached by disulfide linkage. So when the two parallel polypeptide chain are linked by disulfide, then this bond is known as disulfide bond. Then we come to the next bond, which are weak bonds. These are of two types, hydrogen bond and hydrophobic bond. Hydrogen bond. It is due to sharing of hydrogen atoms between nitrogen and carbonyl oxygen of different peptide bonds. Look at here. Here is the here is the carboxylic hydrogen and here it is the carboxylic oxygen, and this oxygen is attached with the hydrogen bond. Here the disulfide linkage is also shown, and these are the hydrophobic interaction, and this is the polypeptide backbone. So in overall protein structure, we have studied four types of bonds here. First, the peptide bond, by which a polypeptide chain is formed. This is the polypeptide chain. Then we studied about the disulfide bridges or disulfide bonds, which are added with the two parallel peptide chains which can be added by disulfide bonds. And then hydrogen bond, this OH, this is the hydrogen, is interacted or can be joined with the or bind with the oxygen with the loose bond or weak bond. This is called as hydrogen bond. And then hydrophobic interactions, that is the alkyl group chains or the alkyl groups are directly facing oppositely to the each other, and so there are interactions which are repelling to each other, and these are weak in nature, also called as hydrophobic interactions. Our today's lecture is closed here. Thank you.